everyone. This is Fantastic Worlds, looking back to Lovecraft Country and the Infectious Madness of Doctor Dekker. Yes, it's time once again to delve into the twisted psyches of the many, many patients that Doctor Dekker has infected with delusions and possibly psychokinetic abilities. We haven't actually found out Marianna's. We only know about her is that she blacks out, ends up in the beach after been swimming into the ocean, and really likes that couch. Anyways, so first things first, of course, is we're going to ask her how she's doing today.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day.
Oh, gods. Yes, capitalism, the true eldritch abomination. Okay, so let's see. I guess we just want to talk about rent. Tell me about rent day. Oh, well, that's quite nice of her. Apparently she likes showing off her dresses. I'm betting she makes them too.
Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Well, yes, but the thing is that... Okay, oh my god, still got more. So, do you have money problems? Because, you know, we all have money problems.
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars, though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody?
No. Actually, you're kind of... How do I put this? You're kind of, how do I put this? Getting away with it on your looks, but considering some of the weirdness other patients on, I really don't feel like calling her out on this. Okay. Wait. You said you didn't. She's been lying to us all whole time. Not sure why.
I don't know.
In denial, in denial. Do you often go to bars and restaurants? Actually, restaurant. It's harder to spell than you think. Restaurants. There we go.
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
Fidget? Okay. Have you had any more blackouts? Don't know if she's going to tell us the truth. I'm not sure. If she doesn't sometimes pay for dinner and prefers drive-thrus, that means she drives off. Uses that pretty face. Seriously, she seems distracted.
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach?
I don't think that's smart. No. I do not want to come to the beach. Simply because we've already mentioned this before, is that... Oh my god, how did I manage to type that? I've mentioned before is that she's not really coming on to us. This is her default setting primarily because of what I refer to as attachment problems. I'm guessing sexual abuse as a child, and this is her standard. Her thought is that the standard behavior is to be sensual, as it were, because of probably what, and I'm guessing a father figure, required from her. As disgusting as it is to think about.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine.
Okay, fine. Oh, maybe I'm being a little too about this. Okay. Actually, tell me about the paper spike.
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
Tell me about the checks. I like this part. This is the British spelling, and I honestly prefer it.
I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
Right. Okay. Okay, the thing is, let's see what we've
I
got here.
mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
You can't attach to any place. Okay, so I guess why don't you like crowds? I do like going to the beach, by the way.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Slink?
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me
Well, that's pretty common.
wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
Getting good close up on the Cthulhu necklace there. Probably a family heirloom, if you know what I mean. But no, okay. So really, though, if you give a guy any attention in a nightclub, yeah, he's going to follow you all night. That's just how it works. They follow you?
They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Do people follow you home? Because we're talking like restraining order at this point.
Yes. They follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
Well, most guys have trouble with conversation. Do they follow you to bed?
There was one guy, a real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing.
How many times?
Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me.
Well, it's probably not
It's
Bryce.
creepy. I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a lot of guys just, all talk, no action. Let's see. What happens to people after they follow you? Because eventually, they're obviously not queuing up outside the door, so...
It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave.
Typical.
Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again.
They disappear. Okay. Do we have it? Yeah. All potential.
They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them. But I've not run into the same person twice.
Okay, let's remember that I had a theory a few episodes back that she's got a alternate personality named Scarlet, which I hate to say this might be more dominant of the two, because often especially with sexual trauma as a child, if there's a dissociative disorder, which is what you commonly call multiple personalities, which is not actually multiple personalities, it's a disassociation of a single personality into different components to avoid dealing with trauma. Often you'll get a aggressive one that protects the person and a passive one like this one. So I'm guessing that she turns to Scarlet and she does something with them. Probably we don't want to know about it. Of course, we'll find out about it because we're finding about everybody's dark evil secrets. Because otherwise, what is this game about? She went amber fast, by the way. Okay. You, if you remember last time, mentioned something beautiful in the sea.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I head towards it because it's warm and glowing
Daddy diggin'.
like a beacon. And when I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun. Like I'm home.
Yes. Yathanafwe.
And then I wake up.
on the beach. Wet. Okay. A beacon?
It's so beautiful. Calls me. It's like I'm in a trance.
Not like the people following you.
What does the dream mean, Doctor?
Okay. Maybe you are searching for something? Pretty common dream analysis there.
I guess. I hate being in the same place for too long. Maybe I'm always searching for paradise or something.
Never quite find it in this world, unfortunately. Have to build it. Anyways, let's see. Okay, a lot of stuff I gotta go through here. First of all, they are in a trance. Let's get details about how she lures her victims away.
They're in some kind of trance, like zombies. But I don't know what they want.
Well, they don't want sex, obviously. She tried that one. They are silent.
I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me.
Okay, your kisses put them in a trance.
I'm not a siren, it's just how some guys are.
Really?
I tried it with a woman, too. She followed me.
Well, you know.
If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work.
Observer effect. Remember we went back over that earlier? Observer effect. In other words, if Alderby's hypothesis is correct, everybody perceives reality, and as long as they have a consensus reality, reality stays stable. What Dekker, through Alderby through Dekker, is doing is destabilizing reality by destabilizing individual people's perspective on it. But he has to be separate for that, because if you get a critical mass of people around you observing a single effect, what's going to happen is they're going to create the consensus reality, and a single point of view, no matter how strong, is not going to change it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, a siren.
Interesting that you should say that. Dr. Dekker said the same thing. And he's dead now. Siren, mermaid. Do you think I could really be one?
Don't think so. Okay. Tell me about Dekker if we're going back in that direction. And we'll get to the hyper spike too.
Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
Okay, she's avoiding that subject. Let's see where we are in this. Ooh. How about, yes, I am interested in you as a doctor. Interested in you.
Try again?
Okay, never mind. Wait, do they follow you to the beach? That's probably something we should be thinking about. No. We've already done that one. According to that. Oh, what happens? Let's confirm the hypothesis. If people are watching, I mean in the bar, okay? / nightclub.
If I kiss somebody and a lot of people are watching, they don't follow me. Too embarrassed, I guess.
Okay. Oh, hopefully she's not threatening us about that with Dekker. You say it's creepy.
I don't want people to follow me. I'm not trying to get them to do anything.
Okay. Okay. So, I've got a couple of green ones here, but I know we're missing some stuff. Okay. What do we got?
They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Okay. Don't know about him to do that.
Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
Okay, so let's flip over the paper spike. Tell me about the paper spike. Let's see if you had the little experiment too. Oh. Seriously? We did?
Dr. Dekker used to put my
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Duh. Sorry. Dumb me. Let's see. Oh, the problem is I'm not seeing a lot of action here. So do they follow? Do they follow you to the beach? Try that. Nope. We did that one before. Honestly, I thought they would be doing that, and that'd be part of the creepy part. But no. Let's see. Oh, God. I feel like I got sidetracked easily here. Why don't you like crowds? Also green. What about crowds in nightclubs? Because they do tend to be crowded. No, we did talk about that. Whew. I'm going to have to use a clue. You're okay with men buying you drinks. Did Dekker visit you home? We did actually check that. All right. Drinks first, then Dekker.
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
Okay, why? You are a good-natured girl?
Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
Yes, you are sweet, but you're sitting on that side of the room.
I think you're falling for me, Doctor. Don't let that get in the way of helping me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Strictly professional on this side. Okay. What else? Oh yeah, Dekker's question here. Let's get to his...
Dr. Dekker suggested home visits.
This is where we get to the good stuff.
I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
Oh, hell no. No, not thinking of doing home visits.
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
Yeah. Dekker's using money to manipulate her. What did you mean investment?
Aren't we all your investments, Doctor? All the time, all the energy you've invested in us? Seeing how we're doing, making sure we're growing correctly?
Growing correctly?
He called it aversion therapy.
This is an actual therapy.
Whenever I felt the urge to go to the sea, he would do something unpleasant.
Fuck you, Dekker. What unpleasant did he do?
I don't know what you'd call it, but it was unpleasant for me.
Dekker came back from the dead. I'm going to kill him again. Just that simple. Hang on a second. I did just get a message. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. And as you may guess, I am not terribly fond of those individuals who abuse their position to take advantage of those under their power. And psychiatrists are in the #1 position to do so. Maybe followed only or possibly after law enforcement. Depends on how you look on it. But in any case, why don't you like crowds? They follow you. There's a couple of spots here we can go forward. And we may have to switch over to Nathan at this point. Kind of a little dry, Marianna. So yeah, let's see if our time boy here can help us. Our second time boy. Does seem to be a thing. He's wearing the same outfit. Maybe he just has that outfit 20 times in his apartment. Any case, let's start at the beginning. How are you?
I burned the photos of Hannah. It didn't work. I suppose because the loss was superficial. The next thing I burned was the rocking chair. That worked.
Sorry.
I've been getting rid of her stuff ever since. There was a day when I attacked a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
You attacked? Okay, wait. Let's start with attacked the Salvation Army.
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
Okay, tell me about the diary.
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me.
That's terrible.
That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore.
Well, we've gotten to the core of things, but at least...
I regretted it.
No, you shouldn't regret it. It should make it easier to move on for this point. Kind of callous to say, but yeah, I mean, it's terrible that she died, but if she's going to leave you anyways, you're essentially at Morton's fork here. Either choice, whether she lives or dies, if she's absent from you. Kind of a cold way of putting it, but it might actually get to the place where he needs to be. Okay, why did you read the diary? But, oh, for crying out loud. All right,
I read the
feed it
last
to
few
me.
weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Okay. What do you regret?
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long.
Okie doke.
I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different.
I just said that.
I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Well, okay, that's a bit much. Let's not kill the woman. Tell me about Hannah. Maybe you're willing to spill more about that lost Lenore that she's taken off of a pedestal.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Oh, how did the dating advice go?
You told me not to look for anyone else until I was ready. So I didn't. I've just been sitting at home, reading Hannah's diary, stewing.
Not exactly
I
sure.
ordered a pizza. A nice girl delivered it.
Wow, that was a turnaround. Okay, it worked. Horribly, but it worked.
It took a week of days to get that pizza girl to smile.
Oh, that's right, he's
And you know
resetting.
what did it? A tip, as much as the pizza cost.
Okay.
So money does make you happy.
I seriously think I may have gone horribly wrong with Nathan here. He's going to end up being a shallow, materialistic, but happy person. Is that an improvement? I mean, do we really have to worship the moody, dark, blue, unhappy, Byronic soul here? Or can we just agree that existence itself is experience and not think too deeply about it? No real answer there. Hey, there's comments down below if you want to tell me what you think's right. Any case, let's talk about Dekker. Oh, wait, no, tell me about the paper spike, because we've been asking everybody about that.
I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike.
Seriously?
I haven't really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah died.
Okay. Tell me about Dekker.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
I agree. Tell me about crazy. Dekker, crazy. Cray. Anyways.
I think they possibly curse other people, a bit like he cursed me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't.
Oh, Dekker,
He was
Dekker.
ecstatic with power.
You abusive little fuck. Like I said, if you actually crawled out of your grave, Claire brought you back, or some metaphysical ability did, I'm getting the chainsaw and we're finishing your ass off. I will keep your head on my mantelpiece as a conversationalist, because without lungs, you ain't going to say shit. You're just going to track me in those eyes, realizing you're trapped. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little too much into this. Anyways, how did Dekker curse you? Not Dekker.
The curse. Well, remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed it.
Why did you believe him?
I didn't want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed.
Muhahaha.
I think he was going mad.
Going?
He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Okay. What demonstration?
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame. And then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Did you know you're pyrokinetic? You want to do it? Remember, if you do it
He held
again...
his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame. And then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere.
Flame. So this
and he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
All right. Hypnotize. Okay. Hypnotize?
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done.
Uh-huh.
I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
Okay, hang on a second. Unfortunately, something else is coming. I'm sorry about this, but today seems to be a dad recording day. Hang on. Okay, I'm sorry about that. We're a bit further down the timeline in a hopefully less disturbable point. So let's continue our endeavor into Nathan's psych. Let's see, we have a bunch of stuff they need to work with here, but I'm actually going to ask about, let's see. Let's start with the demonstration.
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Okay, so hypnotize and forget are two different things. So let's ask about that. Why did he want you to forget?
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore. So I got basic therapist.
Okay, so yeah, we're again showing just how abusive the situation is here with Dekker, is that he's breaking his clients, and they're kind of his students in a bad way, and trying to make psychokinetic puppets out of them that are lost in their own madness, and doing some pretty horrible harm in the process. Okay, so let's see. He was bored of you?
He told me lots of people get depression. To become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Wait, he just kind of put you off to Jaya? Okay, what's a basic therapist? Mention that. Okay, so it is the same sort of thing. Well, in that case, tell me about Jaya.
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember.
True.
She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
Oh, no wonder she likes you. Okay, so we still have hypnotize. Back up here a bit.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared.
Scared.
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
Okay, so yeah, the thing is, some people you can't hypnotize. They are too stubborn in their sense of self. Okay, so why were you scared?
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions. Pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again. But I couldn't talk to him about it. Because he'd know.
Right. Okay, so we're all amber at this point, so this could begin the lightning round where I skip through and grabbed everybody else's, but I've got a couple of things I still want to do with Nathan. Tell me about the pizza girl. Oh. Oh, but there's still more. Huh. Okay, so we've got why were you scared, and that has to... Well, actually, let's start getting a little cross-referencey here. Tell me about Nathan. Oh, did you talk to Nathan? Guess we've already done that part. Tell me about the girl. Tell me you're scared. Okay, so I guess we're going to lightning round here, and I've already skipped back to Jaya. So let's see what we can do about Jaya. Now, give me a second. I'm pulling up the references. I'm going to try to do this the old-fashioned way first, but I will cheat if I have to. Remember, if this takes me too long, I will skip around using the magical power of editing to be able to... I gotcha. Being able to... fix this. Apparently we don't have Jaya's old questions here anymore. Wait, Professor Warwick, Jaya, there we go. Tell me about the home visits. Let's see what we can start with there.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Marianna. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Ooh, I think we've already done the right where I can see you. Right where you can see me. We've already done that one, but okay. Are you spying on me? Oh, we've done that one too. Okay, again, here we go. Are you into psychology? Because apparently she was doing the ones for Nathan.
Yes, psychology. I think you'll find it's relevant, Doctor.
Again, not one of the answers that's really getting us much. But let's keep going. Which patients are or have psychokinesis?
Most of the patients you're seeing have claimed some kind of psychokinesis. If you don't think that's the case, then they just haven't told you yet.
So Marianna is the only one that hasn't told us, but actually her psychokinesis appears to be the ability to hypnotize people by kissing them. If, you know, that was the thing. Okay, so moving on. Here we go. Went through some of the reviews. One of the other things is one of the things that was mentioned is why, what do cult leaders have to do with psychology? I can answer the question, but let's see what she says.
Followers and disciples have a very strong tie to their cult leaders, almost like they've been brainwashed. The author suggests that this is because they've witnessed some kind of psychokinesis, like pyrokinesis or telekinesis.
Which is setting things on fire, moving things with your mind. Okay, so we've got that part from her. One last thing was Dekker dating Marianna. I think we asked this one, but double checking.
I have no idea what they did and when they did it. I'm happy to keep it that way too.
So she can't testify. Because this would come up as a review board thing. Let me double check. Yep, we're still amber. Keep going. Okay, we'll go back to keep asking her, what were you doing on Valentine's night? I've already done that, but let's see what we've got here.
I was at home on my lonesome.
Home on your lonesome.
I'm a bit of a bookworm. I'm one of those annoying, constantly self-improving, overachieving types. Takes one to know one, Doctor?
Yeah, she's definitely flirting with us. But yeah, okay, we've got her as green. And yeah, thing about Jaya is she's made reference to dominance, S&M, let's see, constantly self-improving lot. Yeah, Jaya's definitely been kind of sousing us out to see if we're compatible with her. It's my guess. Don't date in the office, however, Jaya. Sorry about that. Okay, so moving on to Bright. Okay, so taking advantage of the wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey scenario here, I've gone through the first loop and come back again using a guide because I can't seem to get anywhere with Bryce. I don't have any stars and I don't have that, so we're just going to hit with the suggestions they give. For somehow, he says that we have an interesting aura, and I must have missed that in one of the conversations or not hit it properly, so yeah, let's tackle that. Dude, come on.
I don't often see auras, Doctor. But yours is unusual. Like, you're more than one person. Maybe I've had a few too many drams.
Well, now we know he's 3 sheets to the wind, and there, that's it. Yeah, the thing is about Bryce is that all right, the game is meta. He's referring to the fact that in universe, he's looking at us and seeing all the players on the other side of the screen. In fact, Nathan, back in the first round, told us that he thought that he was stuck in a simulation where people were asking him questions. So yeah, the game likes to be a little meta. Anyways, moving on. You see, we've gotten green on Bryce. Moving on. Is David not human?
Since I brought him back, I felt that there was something different about him. Something not quite right. I think it's his brain. But how ludicrous that you can bring someone back in the first place. It's like that book, Pet Cemetery. Funnily enough, he does smell of earth, but that's because he spends most of his time out hunting.
Okay, so you managed to pick that one up. Nope, still Amber, though. So yes, Pet Cemetery's you should probably know this. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. Is a novel by Stephen King, who creates a scenario where there's a patch of earth that you can put pets into, humans if you're really being stupid, and allows you to bring them back, but they come back wrong, kind of possessed by the spirit of the place, which is a dark and evil one, rather than the actual self. The idea being that the brain is separate from the soul, so if somebody else pops into the body, they can drive the brain around and have all the memories and personality of the person before them, but they aren't that person. They're just a replication being used by something else. So that gives an interesting side note if Claire really is bringing back the dead. They're just not bringing the people back. Okay, so this is another possibility in that she mentioned seeing a girl from the bedroom window catch a fish, the one that she's been stalking, possibly for her next victim. Okay, so tell me about the fish.
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
That's fucking creepy. Okay, tell me about the bedroom window. I don't even know why that was italicized in the replay, but it was. Jesus, lady.
Oh, I found the key. It must have been there all along, in a drawer in the hallway. I could have sworn I'd looked there already.
So does that mean somebody else is moving around with their stuff? Okay. You found your key? No, we already did that. What else about the bedroom window? Are you lying about never seeing Dekker outside of your sessions?
How astute, Doctor.
There we go.
Yes, I did say I hadn't seen Dr. Dekker outside of our sessions. That wasn't a lie. Our trip to the lake house was made during a session.
So, yeah, that's about kind of useless, but you notice I still got this star here. So, yeah, she said she never saw the sessions, but now she's bending, of course, what she was saying. The narrative keeps shifting. It's kind of suspicious, isn't it? Let's go back to Bryce. Bryce said he took, might be have to go back and forth here, Iris to a police station.
What? She was actually his prisoner. Bryce saved Iris? So that's 2 favors I owe Bryce now. And Iris? I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd known it was real. I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
You said you'd probably, I guess we're going to hit her on that part, have stopped Iris's death.
There was something delicious about the idea of getting revenge on Iris by having Dr. Dekker kill her. But I'm not wicked.
Yes, you are. You are very wicked, and you're scaring me. Okay, this one's a bit bizarre. I'm supposed to ask about her hallway, according to the guide. Yeah, jumping around the timeline again.
You don't have to analyze everything I say, Doctor. Sometimes a hallway is just a hallway. And yes, before you ask, the same goes for the drawer.
The hell was that supposed to be about? Anyways, at least we've cleared her. That took a little longer real time that I kind of liked because, as you can see, it can really matter. I mean, after all, the concept was you'd probably stop her. You know what I mean? I had to put the probably in to get everything else on, plus the apostrophe S on errors. Yeah, the parser can be a bit of a pain, which is why I will pull up the guide on later runs of this. And like I said, will say, I'm not exactly sure where I am in this. Yeah, the guide is for the kind of the third run through. I do try to do this blind, and then after about 10-15 minutes of getting nowhere, I will go do the guide. So speaking of that, let's move on to Ellen and wherever we are in the time stream on this. Okay, this is a little weird, according to the guide. What is reality for your patients?
The reality is that most of these people have been completely abandoned by their families, usually their children. If a mother abandons her children, it's scandalous. But if a son or daughter abandons their mother when she's dying after everything she's done for them, apparently that's just normal. I can protect my patients from that, even if it does take a little smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing that happens a lot. I mean, a lot of times you get to middle age, you've got kids of your own, or career, or a cult in the form of Dekker, and you just kind of forget about seeing your parents. You just kind of forget about the people who have sacrificed the most, probably. Abuse in the other direction is another thing. Sacrifice the most to bring you your life, and you just kind of let them go, and then you leave them die alone in a government facility because you just can't make time between the tennis appointment and having to do the extra housework. Sorry, recaffeinating. I kind of take these ones. I kind of take the lightning round ones a little less seriously because it's, if you guys get the snippets, I have to go through the minutes and minutes of doing this. Hang on, let's ask about smoke and mirrors.
It's like I'm a mirror and I'm just reflecting back to them what they want to see. I completely change. My face, my hair, my clothes, my voice, everything.
Clothes is an interesting one, which means it's an illusion, glamour, as opposed to actual transformation. That would be why it's less stressful and why it appeared to be a flickering image for us, because what you're looking at is a projection of a psychic image. Remember, our brains do not see. Our brains interpret data brought in by our senses, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the skin, and determine what the reality is around them. That's why they're so easy. That's why the brain is so easy to fool if you mess with the perceptions. So the thing is that glamour is psychically giving off the image that you want another person to see, kind of ignoring what their senses are bringing in and giving them, crap data directly to their mind. At least that's the theory. All right, let's see what we can do next. Guide time again. What's wrong with my energy?
It seems a bit, I don't know, murky and sort of a bit crackly at the same time. Like there's a lot of electricity around you.
Because this is a game.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah, within universe, it's they're referring to the interface that we're using for the game here. The thing is about They did actually, little known fact, they did do the creators did a live Twitch version of this once where the people killing him in and ask questions of the theoretical patient. I don't know if I ever find footage of that. I'll post it somewhere. This series, if you're really that interested. But what was really funny is the fact that they would lean on the wall. Do you think this is some kind of game to you, Doctor? All the time. And she's doing the same thing. Of course, it's an electrically powered machine I'm working on, so of course I look like that. The whole murkiness is because I am anyone of any player. Got 2 stars here remaining. Okay, hang on. You said you came to see Dekker about stress, not his mother. That's back in day 1, by the way.
I wasn't really stressed about work. Well, maybe a little, but not enough to need a therapist. I just told you that because I didn't want you to know the real reason why I came to see Dr. Dekker.
Okay, so we got that part at least done out of the way. Still Amber, however. Let's see. Okay. Still got stuff here. That's that 1 star here for Hilda. Hang on. Zipping through. Okay, shifting over to Marianna. Let's see what we've got. Okay, just passing through is a phrase she's used a lot. Let's see about it.
I never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily. Once you've seen the same faces over and over again, you move. Like I said before, I like to move around a lot.
Why do you get bored so easily? Try that way.
I've got a short attention span.
You don't say.
The malaise of our generation, I expect. What are you bored by, Doctor?
Did you know Dekker was stabbed through the heart? Seems to be a recurring theme about this.
Why would you tell me that? You like watching me squirm, don't you, Doctor?
Squirm?
Real smooth, Doctor.
Okay, that was bizarre. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Are you antisocial? Because she doesn't like crowds.
I can be outgoing. It just depends on what mood you catch me in.
So, yeah. Dissociative disorder, kind of seeing that more. Okay, this one's out of the guide here. Do they follow you? This is the people who are entranced by her. To the shops.
No, not shopping.
That would be interesting. Wow, that was really important. And as you can see, we finally managed to get rid of that star. Now, according to the guide, the way to get rid of this star is to tell her that you're bored by her. And I'm not doing that shit. I don't care if it makes me miss a green. I'm not going to verbally abuse my patients. So, wow.
I'm okay.
Okay, we did the rent day. What else we got here? Hang on. Just to avoid, in case I do mess this up, I'm going to do the quick flipping out. Why are you a little blue?
I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through.
What problems did Dekker give you? Okay, come on. You can do this, Nathan.
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Valid point. Oh, thank God I finally cleared that. I had a double star one, and I had to get that one out, because I forgot to... I scarcely skipped a step and went right to how crazy he was. Tell me about the girl. Hang on. Of course, to avoid for too much of this. What problems did Dekker give you? Okay, come on. You can do this, Nathan.
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Valid point. Oh, thank God I finally cleared that. I had a double star one, and I had to get that one out because I forgot to. I scarcely skipped a step and went right to how crazy he was. Tell me about the girl. Hang on. Of course, to avoid for too much of this. Does money make you happy? I know it's a little weird for you guys seeing me zip in and out here.
If I cared about money that much, I wouldn't be working at a supermarket. I'm just trying to care about something at the moment.
That's good. It's a good thing to do. And yeah, we cleared the girl in that one. That took me a couple tries, which is why I'm a little salty at the moment because I'm getting towards the end of my recording session. I still got these two to deal with. Hang on. Did you kill Dekker?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I wanted to be as far away from him as possible.
Yet you're here.
I don't know who did.
Okay, so yeah, one of the things I mentioned way back in the beginning is that the trauma of killing him pushed him forward several days because that gives him emotion, which is apparently what causes him to push through. You know, just being happy at the pizza girl is apparently enough for one day, but Dekker made it several weeks. Now, the irony of that is that whether he killed him or not, the joy of having him dead, apparently he was the problem. Why do these people keep coming back, I wonder, when Dekker does this stuff? Hang on. When did you read the diary?
A few weeks ago. It's still sinking in. I suppose living a lie is just the norm nowadays.
Unfortunately. We all live in our own narratives, and often those narratives don't only a passing connection to reality. Just look at the internet and conspiracy theories. Oh my God, on that one. Okay, we've got 1 star left. Hopefully this will finish it off. Hang on. Did Dekker want you, back to guide on this one, to make something of yourself?
Like I said, it takes something like a tragic event to move my day forward. I do more and more bizarre things to try and get things moving. It's a curse, like I said.
What bizarre things?
I intentionally cut myself.
Ooh, bad.
Publicly humiliate myself. I steal things. I hurt people around me. Just enough to get another day to start. I ran out of people around me pretty quickly.
Yeah, even with the time loop. All right, we got him green. I'm not going to do Marianna green because I told her that involves abusing her. Ellen, I cannot for the life of me get this. I'm going to try a couple more times with Ellen. If not, we're moving forward. Hang on, guys. So I finally, and I mean finally, got this to the point where I can get it to tell me why she's afraid to take my hand and shift. That this particular combination up here did it after about, I don't know, what are we at, 30, 40 tries? Yeah, it's one of the people in the comments on said, yeah, the parsers are a pain to work with. So hit it to me.
It's probably nothing. I'm not right all the time. It's just, well, yes, your energy's different. And I was also worried about what I might change into.
Yeah, afraid of what I might want to see before I die. Well, the thing is, yeah, that also led into the concept we hit earlier about my energy being different, which I had to use a guide to do because I couldn't get this to work, which is why I love and hate this game simultaneously. So it's one of the reasons I'm probably not going to do the sequels too, because they don't have quite the good reputation that this one does. And if I've got to struggle through a parser, I want at least to be entertained. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably take a break for a bit and then come back and do the end of day, whatever that turns out to be, if anything. And then we'll probably start fresh for the next episode for day 4. Okay, so hang on. And we're back. Oh, voice is a little rough, unfortunately. Hang on. Yeah, I've been doing this for a bit. Anyways, so yeah, let's move on. Like I said, I was going for a completionist, but no, I'm not going to insult Marianna, and I think the whole thing with making her squirm might have locked in some negative results as well. So let's not lock in the idea that she's boring us, shall we? Let's move on to day 3. Or sorry, day 4. My apologies, this is day 3. Continue. Here we go. What the?
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this.
What?
Don't try and escape. You're all tied up.
What? Hey!
Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
Okie dokie, Jaya. I think maybe you've kind of violated our professional relationship here. Yeah. And she's dressed to the part too. So she's tied us up and she's gaslighting us. So even if she isn't the murderer, I'm going to have to guess my decision about her being a dom is quite appropriate, as she probably knows how to tie us up quite well. And it does confirm that we are in fact sleeping in our chair, which is kind of batshit crazy if you think about it. I should probably get around to talking to the crazy person. Now, word of the dice. If you got a crazy person who's tied you up and wants you to say something, you say it. Because given the user interface disruption here, I'm guessing she's drugged the hell out of us. After all, remember, this is a psychiatrist's office. She can fake our signature or Dekker's signature and get any sort of psychoreactive medication that she wants. Luckily, we've got the time loop thing going here, so she's not going to get too tired of us. I don't think we're being timed. That would be bad. Yes, this is a dream. Totally a dream. Not being held hostage by my psychotic assistant, who seriously has the wrong idea of the office relationship.
That's a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
So, this is probably one of the more critical ones for the endings. Do I believe people can have kinetic powers? I kind of have to, as we've already gone through a time loop. Yes, people can have kinetic powers.
And how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them?
We already know how to answer this the way she wants us to, because she is totally against that, while Warwick is totally for that. Sorry, the outfit's not doing it for me. The kidnapping and, well, not technically kidnapping. She's broke. So can't be breaking and entering because this is her office too. I'll just to say wrongful abduction, or there's a legal thing about being, confined to an area, not allowed to go. We discourage them. Good. Please don't kill me with the paper spike.
Very good, Doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences. Now, since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun. Shall we, Doctor?
Safe word. Safe word! Okay, are we dead? Okie dokie. I guess we move forward. We haven't got any access points, and yeah, Jaya, you're fired. Anyways, moving on to the next day.
There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and that broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
You may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Dreams. What dreams may come. The last dream sucked, Jaya.
Morning, Doctor. You're looking a bit...
Oh, you get to go
unwell.
home and get
We're
showered.
getting you all wound up. But have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Doctor Dekker lent Marianna some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? I also got the toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Doctor Dekker had... Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. And can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work, and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything, though, I'm here.
I need a taser. Okay, so Jaya doesn't want to do grief counseling, but there she is. We've got 2 optional. I like the outfit. It's a bit more professional there, Marianna. And they do want us to start with Marianna next time, even though we just did Marianna. And it seems to actually work better that way, because with Claire, we managed to get the information we needed to get for Bryce. So we will be starting Marianna, and then I'll double back and do Glenn and Scarlet next time around, and I will go through the editing nightmare that the lightning round is, because, oh my god, I look at the number of clips and snips. Oh, hey, there's the cover shot. clips and snips and looking at it saying, oh my God. But I will get this done because obviously I got it done. You're listening to this. You wouldn't be listening to it if I hadn't gotten it done. But anyways, this is Fantastic Worlds saying farewell from Lovecraft Country and the Infectious Madness of Doctor Dekker. And of course, if you like it, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, there are links down below to the Gumroad payment platform to help me expand this channel. And of course, the 150 subscriber unlock bonus has been unlocked for a bit, and we just unlocked 175 before I got 150 done, which is really great that you're responding well to this, but I will do my damnedest to try to catch up. But given the endemic pandemic resulting constitutional crisis and resulting civic uprising, I'm having a little trouble sometimes getting times to record. Do not worry. I've already done some of the test runs for Lust from Beyond, which is the 150 subscriber unlock. I will have that demo completed, hopefully next week. Cross your fingers on this one. My God, the thing was graphically huge. See, normally when I record, I require 3,500 kilobytes per second. I require 35,000 kilobytes to do this. I am impressed by these people's work. There was a previous, I'll get into it on the intro for Lust from Beyond if you're actually interested. But in any case, of course, 175 unlocked extra episode for Secret World Legend and another reading. We haven't yet decided what the reading is. If nobody shows any preferences in the comments, I'll go back to Lovecraft. But there's also options of Ambrose Pierce and some of his cosmic horror, which is written in the 1870s. It tells you how far back this genre goes before Lovecraft. Or I could continue with Robert Chambers' King in Yellow or Poe, but I've got a Lovecraft one set aside as default if nobody really has a desire to see anything. And of course, at 200, Lust from Beyond will go to the top of the list. Failing that, there will be a vote on what I do next after we're done with this, which is probably about a month and a half, maybe the rate we're going. I'll probably put up a trailer with 3 or 4 different options, and people can vote. Subscribers get 1 vote. The $1 patrons get 2 votes, and $2 patrons obviously get 3 votes. In any case, I will see you next time.